Flavored yogurts, particularly those found lining supermarket shelves in colorful, single-serving cups, are one of the most deceptive products in the modern food industry. They are routinely marketed as health foods, offering images of vitality, digestive wellness, and weight control, but in reality, many of these products are little more than dairy-based desserts masked as nutrition. The problem is not with yogurt itself, which in its plain, unsweetened form can be a source of probiotics, protein, and calcium. The real issue is what has been added to flavored yogurts. High doses of refined sugar, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and thickeners that turn a once beneficial food into a metabolic hazard. Most people have no idea just how much sugar is hidden in these so-called healthy yogurts. A standard serving of fruit-flavored yogurt often contains between 15 and 25 grams of added sugar, sometimes even more. To put that in perspective, that's as much sugar as you'd find in a small can of soda. And yet, unlike soda, flavored yogurts are often positioned as diet-friendly, family-safe, or even ideal for children. This makes them even more dangerous because they are consumed frequently, even daily, by people actively trying to improve their health. What they're actually doing is fueling weight gain, insulin resistance, and systemic inflammation, all under the illusion of doing something good for their bodies. When you ingest a high-sugar yogurt, your body treats it like any other source of refined carbohydrate. Blood glucose levels spike rapidly, which prompts a surge in insulin. Insulin's job is to shuttle glucose into cells, but when sugar is consumed in large, frequent doses, as it is with sweetened yogurts, cells can become resistant over time. This insulin resistance is a major warning sign of developing metabolic syndrome, a dangerous cluster of conditions including elevated blood sugar, high blood pressure, abnormal cholesterol levels, and excess abdominal fat. Metabolic syndrome dramatically increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Worse, much of the sugar in flavored yogurts comes from high-fructose corn syrup or similar sweeteners, which are particularly harmful to the liver. Fructose is metabolized almost exclusively in the liver, where it can be converted into fat, leading to the accumulation of fat in liver tissue, a condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This disease is now affecting not just adults but also teenagers and children, many of whom consume sugar-laden yogurts regularly without understanding the consequences. Fatty liver impairs the body's ability to manage lipids and glucose, setting the stage for insulin dysfunction and long-term liver damage. Many flavored yogurts also contain artificial sweeteners in an attempt to reduce sugar content without compromising sweetness. These include aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium. While these ingredients may lower the calorie count, they come with their own set of risks. Artificial sweeteners can alter the gut microbiome, disrupt appetite regulation, and in some studies, have been linked to increased cravings and even greater weight gain over time. They may also contribute to glucose intolerance, meaning the body becomes less efficient at managing blood sugar despite consuming fewer calories. And then there are the thickeners, stabilizers, and emulsifiers, substances like carrageenan, guar gum, and modified starches that give flavored yogurts their appealing texture and long shelf life. Some of these additives have been shown to provoke gut inflammation, particularly in people with existing digestive issues like IBS or colitis. Over time, chronic low-level inflammation in the gut can lead to increased intestinal permeability, sometimes referred to as leaky gut, which allows inflammatory compounds to enter the bloodstream and contribute to autoimmune disease, fatigue, and systemic inflammation. The combination of sugar and dairy fat is also uniquely problematic. When high levels of sugar are consumed alongside saturated fats, as is common in many full-fat flavored yogurts, the risk of fat accumulation in the liver and visceral area increases dramatically. This combination drives fat storage rather than fat burning, and it promotes hormonal imbalances that make weight loss far more difficult. Instead of fueling your metabolism or building muscle, these yogurts are contributing to the very conditions they claim to prevent. Marketing only worsens the issue. Flavored yogurts are routinely advertised using wellness buzzwords like light, fit, probiotic, or made with real fruit. But the fruit, if present at all, is often in the form of syrups or purees that have been cooked down and heavily sweetened. There is nothing fresh or whole about it. And light versions often sacrifice fat but ramp up artificial sweetness or chemical thickeners. Meanwhile, the probiotic content, a major selling point, is usually minimal compared to unflavored or traditionally fermented yogurts. In many cases, the beneficial bacteria may not even survive long enough to reach the gut due to poor storage and high sugar environments, which create poor conditions for probiotic stability. Children and adolescents are especially vulnerable. Flavored yogurts are aggressively marketed to parents as healthy snack options or part of a balanced breakfast. Bright packaging, cartoon characters, and convenient tubes or pouches make them appealing and easy to eat on the go. But these products train young palates to expect sweetness in everything, reinforcing sugar dependency early in life. The result is children consuming the sugar equivalent of a dessert at breakfast day after day, which significantly increases their risk for early-onset obesity, insulin resistance, and tooth decay. Over time, frequent consumption of sweetened yogurts contributes to a disturbing erosion of health. People gain fat around the midsection, energy becomes unstable, and cravings intensify. Even those trying to manage their weight or eat clean may unknowingly sabotage their efforts with these sugary imposters. The consequences accumulate quietly: pancreatic stress, disrupted hunger hormones, liver dysfunction, and chronic fatigue. By the time someone is diagnosed with prediabetes or heart disease, the damage has already been done, meal by sugary meal. The bottom line is stark: flavored yogurts are not health foods. They are heavily processed, sugar-laden products that exploit the positive image of traditional yogurt while offering none of its true benefits. For anyone serious about health, these products should not be part of the daily routine. Plain, unsweetened Greek or full-fat natural yogurt, ideally from grass-fed sources, is a radically better alternative, especially when combined with whole fruits, nuts, or seeds. But the commercial versions masquerading as healthy snacks? They are quietly undermining health goals, metabolic stability, and long-term wellness with every sweet, creamy spoonful.